In the news this week, the NHS's Gender Identity Clinic for Children is accused of fast-tracking patients. A Dutch man wants the law to recognise him as 20 years younger than he is. And MPs call for synthetic cannabis products such as spice to be made Class A drugs. Hello. The NHS's only gender identity centre for children has been accused of rushing patients into life-altering treatments. A senior staff member working for the Tavistock and Portman NHS Foundation Trust has submitted a report saying the clinic is failing to assess children properly. The report comes as a letter from parents of patients at the clinic raised similar concerns. Highlighting the recent surge in referrals, they accused the centre of fast-tracking children onto adult services without proper assessment. The Trust has denied the allegations and said its staff member had a negative attitude to gender dysphoria and gender identity, which does not reflect the views or the approach of the Trust. A Dutch man who feels his age is holding him back in business and dating is attempting to legally change his date of birth to make him 20 years younger. 69-year-old Emil Ratelband says his true age does not reflect his emotional state and that he does not feel comfortable with his date of birth. When I'm 69, I'm limited. If I'm 49, then I can buy a new house, drive a different car. I can take up more work. He also said he thought the age change would help him be more successful on dating app Tinder. Ratelband's lawyer said that it was high time age reversal was recognised in law. The judge hearing the case was sceptical, but agreed that new laws on transgenderism had muddied the waters. MPs and police and crime commissioners have called for synthetic cannabis, including spice, to be reclassified from a Class B to a Class A drug, putting it alongside heroin. They warned that the increasing use of drugs such as spice has become a serious national problem. The Home Office have responded by asking the Advisory Council on the Misuse of Drugs to refresh their assessment of the drugs. Nick Baker, a former spice addict, spoke to the BBC about his addiction.
It got completely out of control. I shoplifted to fund my addiction to spice. In the end, I ended up going to prison.
And finally, in April last year, 13-year-old Miranda Meldrum suffered a near-fatal stroke, leaving her with locked-in syndrome. Practitioners at Bristol Children's Hospital had asked her mother Stella if she would agree to turn off her daughter's life support system, but she refused. The paralysed teenager has subsequently made an exceptional recovery. Initially, Miranda was only able to communicate by blinking to answer basic yes or no questions. I was thinking most of the time, move. Nothing happened. Then move, and still nothing. Then move, and there was a little flicker. Locked-in syndrome is frequently used by campaigners as a reason to legalise assisted suicide in the UK. Now 14 years old, Miranda has regained movement in almost all of her body, and with assistance is able to eat, talk and walk, and is working with physiotherapists to further improve her mobility. Well, that's all for this week. For more information on all of our stories and much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.